Hi, welcome to our channel, Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin breaking the cycle of anxiety and emotional triggers in relationships. For many people, love doesn't feel like a soft place to land. It feels like walking on a tightrope, one wrong word away from distance, one unanswered message away from panic, one small silence away from heartbreak. When your attachment style leans toward anxiety, love often feels intense, confusing, and exhausting. You feel everything: deeply joy, affection, but also fear and doubt. You want to feel safe and close, but your mind often tells you something is wrong, even when everything seems fine. This happens because emotional triggers from your past can become patterns in your present. These triggers are not always loud. Sometimes they whisper quietly in your thoughts, telling you they will leave you or too much, you're not enough. You start to scan your partner for signs of pulling away. You read between the lines of every message. You replay conversations over and over looking for signs of rejection. It's not because you're weak, it's because your heart has learned to stay alert to protect itself. But protection can become a prison when every delay feels like a danger, every small change feels like rejection, and every silence feels like abandonment. Your emotional world becomes filled with tension. The very love you long for starts to feel like a threat, and you begin to believe that the only way to feel better is to cling tighter, call more often, check in more frequently. But that only creates more distance, not more closeness. Take the story of Ria, who fell in love with someone kind and thoughtful. She felt good in the beginning, but as time passed, she started overthinking every little thing. If he was quiet for a few hours, she imagined he was losing interest. If he didn't say "I love you" at the right moment, her heart spiraled into doubt. He reassured her again and again, but nothing felt enough until she realized the problem wasn't his silence. It was her fear. Ria began to notice her triggers. Instead of reacting to them, she started writing her thoughts before acting on them, asking, is this real or is this fear? She talked to a therapist who helped her trace her anxiety to childhood moments where she felt emotionally unsafe. Slowly, she started calming herself before needing others to do it for her. She practiced waiting before reacting. She learned that love was not about constant confirmation, but building internal safety. When you start healing anxious attachment, you stop making someone else responsible for your inner peace. You start showing up as someone who can hold space for both love and fear without letting the fear run the show. You begin to pause when the panic hits. You breathe. You journal. You ask yourself, what do I know to be true right now? Instead of what do I fear might happen? You choose trust over control. There was a man named Neil who used to sabotage every relationship. He would test his partners, pull away, then panic when they did the same. One day, he realized he was repeating the story of his father leaving when he was young. Every silence felt like the beginning of abandonment. With support and self-reflection, he began speaking about his fears instead of acting them out. He told his partner, sometimes I push you away because I'm scared you'll leave anyway. That honesty opened a new level of connection for both of them. Healing emotional triggers doesn't mean you'll never feel anxious again. It means you won't let that anxiety control your choices. It means instead of acting from fear, you respond from awareness. You learn to comfort yourself, to speak your needs with calm clarity, and to give your partner space to love you in their own way. You also learn to choose people who meet you with patience, people who don't make you feel like your emotions are a burden, people who stay when you speak your truth and lean in when you feel afraid. Love doesn't heal you completely, but it can help when it's safe, consistent, and kind. So when your heart races and your mind spins, pause, remind yourself, I am safe, I am loved, I am enough. You're not being too sensitive. You are remembering something your body once learned, and now you get to teach it something new, that closeness is safe, that love doesn't mean loss, that connection doesn't require fear, because real love grows stronger not by avoiding triggers, but by facing them together. And the more you learn to soothe yourself, the more space you create for a love that feels calm, secure, and real. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.